In this video, we're going to show you all the stops we made on our journey to the village of Imlil, located in the high Atlas Mountains, not too far from Marrakech. We visited an argan oil co-op and a busy village market amongst our many stops. We experienced everything from camel rides, to having to share the path with a mule, and picturesque waterfalls. Our first stop on our journey was the Seven Valleys Market, located at the foothills of the Atlas Mountains. You could practically get anything here.
Where are you? What's this?
Our second stop was a point overlooking a beautiful village where vendors were selling handmade clay items such as pots and tagines.
Thank you.
And this is the cactus they plant up there.
All right,
The
on the
cactus
terrace.
Fruit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on there.
That's
All
called
right.
cactus fruit.
What fruit is
Cactus
that?
fruit, you provide.
Cactus.
And there were the snake charmers.
Fruit. Oh, here's Microsoft.
But the water is gone, so they just...
Our third stop was an argan oil co-op where there were women from the neighboring villages demonstrating the original method of extracting argan oil.
Yeah, these are antique.
Yeah.
Better. You try more?
We also got to sample the argan oil with fresh bread, fresh mint tea, and Moroccan Nutella in a quaint setting, and yes, it was as good as it sounds. Our next stop was a local fair not too far away from the village of Imlil, where we got to experience everything from music, dances, and of course, camel rides. I have to admit, I was slightly anxious about the camel ride, but it all ended well, and the views of the terrain were magnificent.
Yeah, cool the water.
This is quite the experience, though. It's beautiful.
Oh, I can't believe we're in the middle of...
It is always a good idea to carry around extra cash to tip the camel owners so that they could provide their camels with extra treats throughout the day. Some hiking was required to get to our last and final stop. Mules were available throughout the hike at an additional cost to help those who needed a little help climbing the mountain. encountered many vendors along the way. The trek up to this point was not easy, but it was so worth it.
Oh, they have an orange juice thing over here.
Our final stop before we got to the village was a tea stall nestled high up within the mountains. The tea was refreshing, but the views were even better. When we finally reached the village of Imlil, we settled down for a meal we will not soon forget at a local's house. The locals were so friendly. However, we did have to watch out for this guy.
The mule. Bonjour.
The trek going down was definitely much more easier to do.
We're in the Imlil village. In the Atlas Mountains. It's so beautiful. About an hour and a half drive away from Marrakech. Don't know if that's an animal or not. Probably.
So if you're ever in Marrakech and would like to go on this day trip, we will include the information as to how we booked it below. Please subscribe to our channel if you liked our video. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook.